Caddo Parish Registrar of Voters, Mr. Ernie Roberson, is here. Hey, Ernie, how you been, man?
Hey, I'm okay, Robert.
So Erin goes to early vote yesterday and just bags the whole thing because the line was so long. That means the line. Now we know that there were at least 6 people in line. How many people?
No.
How many people were there really?
Well, we voted 1363 yesterday.
Historically, is that a lot?
Yeah, that's pretty good for us. I mean, we were expecting an average of 1450 a day to do about 10,000 over the week. So starting at 1363, and we had a line pretty much all day, at least down to almost the edge of the Slattery building.
What is the wait, Ernie, if you get in that line? Is it an hour? Or does
not that she would know.
Does it move quickly?
No, well, during the day, I had the fellow, one of my deputies out there checking, and he said it was running about 20 minutes to get in. Now, once you get in, it's about another maybe 8 minutes before you really get through voting. The first voter, and the reason I say the first voter that went through yesterday morning, checked in, voted, and was out in 8 minutes.
Not knowing anything about early voting because I don't believe in it. Is it any different? I mean, you come to the registrar of voters office, and is the ballot thing the same? You go behind the curtain. It's not.
No.
It's totally.
You have a curtain.
That's why.
But it's really it's a privacy screen on each side of it. But the machine is different. We vote on something more akin to a computer screen. At the polls, you're voting on what's called a full-face ballot. That's what the legislature wants. They want all the candidates in one view, all the propositions in one view. But whenever you come to early vote, you basically scroll across the screens following the instructions at the bottom. And you'll see, like, first the presidential race and then the Senate race, and on the individual screens, and you go through it that way.
Given the fact that I've seen, and I could be wrong, but I read an article that said demographically across the country, the majority of early voters are older voters. Given the fact that older voters have more trouble with computers than younger voters, do you have a lot of questions? Does that slow down the process?
Not really. We haven't experienced that. We do have 2 commissioners who work up there with the voters to make sure their card's put in, the screen comes up. And if you have a question about how the computer screen works, or the what's called really a DRE screen, then they'll help you with it. We just can't answer questions about the particular issues, nor can we read the ballot to you unless you're marked for a system.
You did hand out ballots. That's what I'm told, correct?
Yes. We have our version of sample ballots for early voting funded by the Caddo Parish Commission, and we have 10,000 of them. So the first 10,000 get a ballot.
There were a couple of problems across the state. I know in Jefferson Parish, a fiber optic line issue. Baton Rouge had issues because they voted some 5,000 yesterday, so it was slow. Did you have any issues that caused a concern yesterday?
Not really. I mean, they're always the same kind of problems that we see in early voting, and it's more related to the voters as far as coming in and they're not on the list, or they thought they were registered, or they think they're in this district but in that district, and that sort of thing. But as far as the machines went, the machines were perfect yesterday.
The story yesterday afternoon out of Arlington, Texas, there were a number of stories out of Texas about voting machine foul-ups. I know in Arlington where they went in and pushed Trump and it lit up Hillary, and they did it again, it lit up Hillary, did it again, lit up. How could something like that happen? Do you have any idea how that kind of malfunction could take place?
Usually it's a calibration issue. The machines have to be calibrated so that where you're pushing is the correct area. Now, I don't know what type of machine they're using, and it depends. There are a lot of different brands and versions of what they call the electronic machines. But we didn't have that where we were down here. We don't experience that. This particular machine that we're using has been an absolute Trojan. I mean, it has just labored through. But, I mean, Robert, we're to the point now these machines are well past their life, and they're literally cannibalizing other machines that they can find parts from.
But based on your experience, this is most likely not Russian hackers over in Texas.
No. This more than likely is just sounds more like a calibration issue. We had that with the first machine that we had here, and you had to literally go in and recalibrate them 3 and 4 times a day. We don't have that anymore, thank goodness.
Caddo Registrar voters, if for somebody like me who doesn't really want to sit in a line, what's the best time to come down there to vote? Can you give me a couple of tips?
Pardon me, you did notice she said sit in a line. You did hear that, didn't you?
Well, we do have chairs if you want to sit,
Oh, good.
and I understand that. The best time to come is after 4.
Okay.
If you can get there a little bit before 4. Yesterday, it was kind of funny. At 4, the line had gotten shorter, and by 4:30 to 5, it had gotten back longer. And then, of course, the longer we go, the shorter it gets.
Can you come to her house?
What I'm thinking now is, since you're saying 4, all my listeners are going to come after 4, so I'm going to come at 3 today.
Okay, come see us.
All right. Thank you, Ernie. Appreciate your time.